now there's one here at the corner.
Right. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a moment of silent prayer. Amen. Okay, it's Tuesday evening, December 7th, 5:30. We're in the Municipal Center. Can I have roll call, please?
Scott Murphy.
Here.
Rick Weber.
Here.
Greg Forney.
Here.
Rose Jackson.
Here.
Elizabeth Skinner.
Here.
Chapman.
Here.
Susan Lester here.
Okay, let's review the minutes of the council meeting from November 16th, 2021. I'll take any additions or corrections, and then we can common consent if everybody's okay. Everything looked okay to everybody? Common consent?
Okay.
Okay, common consent. All right. So we can mark that off. Okay, persons before council, Hunter?
Okay, I like to read into the minutes, and Susan's got a copy of the 2021 annual awards. And the business and organizations, Berkeley Castle Foundation, Berkeley Springs Pride, Berkeley Springs Salt Cave, Black Cat Music Shop, Frog Valley Artisan, Perry Realty, Roy Service Center, the Star Theater for the third time, and TNT. And then the individuals would be Lydia Brimlow, Peter Brimlow, Kathy Burkhart, Beth Buzzard, Crystal Chapman, your own Greg Forney, Carol Sue Fox, Tammy Henry, Paul Johansson, Trey Johansson, Brenda Mason, Nikki Mathers, Judith McBee, Patrick McBee, John Michael, Brenda Summers, and Alan Truax. We had a total of 26 this year. Now, I got to bring up something I really don't want to bring up. I don't want to damage our relationship. The bill for the electric to get these lanterns lit. I wanted them lit. I didn't know I had to pay for it. Luckily, I found a donor, but I from here on going out, if we're going to do something, I got to find the money first, or you guys got to find the money first, or something. So that was a hit for an organization. I'm just glad that the gentleman stood up, he or she stood up and took care of it. So
Yeah, just ask us. We'll figure it out. One
Yeah.
way or another, we'll figure it out. You know, so,
I don't want to damage our relationship, and
no, it's not damaging our relationship. Absolutely
it's
not.
part of my job I didn't want to do.
I think you're in good
It's a
standing with us,
separate-
Hunter.
Yeah,
That's a separate bill? I get, it's a
but
separate.
for the, we reworked some more electric down there. We got the ones on the,
We got about 95% of
Yeah.
the plant done,
yeah, they're all
restored from 2006.
right. So like I said, something comes up like that, let us know. We'll figure it out.
I know if you've seen I don't even want to get into that. That's my promise. That's your
Right.
promise.
But like I said, I mean, anytime if the organization gets into that situation, let us know, because we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, between what you know, what we can do, we'll make it work.
I mean, this he or she stepped in. It went through the main anonymous and $1,200 bill he wiped out.
Well, it's just like the electrician that did the original hookup on the south side, 3 years ago?
3 years
3
ago.
years ago. I mean, he
3
donated
years ago.
most of his time. He did send us a little bit of a bill, but he donated most of his time. He cut his bill down. Some of the stuff on there, as far as wire and stuff, he didn't bill us for. And then the first to fix north side there at the courthouse,
Mhm.
he never charged us a penny.
Now, is this
So-
electric, is this a metered electric?
Yes.
I told you guys and stuff.
Yeah, it's off the 2 meters we own downtown.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
it's a
there's-
separate meter.
Right, it's a meter there at the corner where the light is at the square.
I think
We
So-
own that meter. We hooked that up for the south side a couple of years ago. And the north side, we had a meter put in right there where right? You can actually look at the commissioners, you can actually look at the
Yeah.
commissioners' thing and look right straight at it out of the courthouse. And that was put up years ago by us for something, and we
Yeah.
just tapped in there and used that meter for the lights.
Well, is part of that bill a security deposit that they
No,
need
you-
to pay?
No, we've
That
had
was
those,
electric.
we've had them.
That's your
Yeah,
guys, you pay
because
electric on that.
sometimes they'll send Sharon a thing when we don't use any off that one that they want us to disconnect from, and I said, no, that's an active, we need that wiring was put there years ago, and there's a meter already set there, ready to go.
But see, we want to go from Union to Williams. And now I've got these Wilk Street people wanting, because that was going to be the top Wilk Street business circle. And then the commissioner said, hey, let's get the north side done. So I bumped that up, got the poll numbers, called PE. That's been 3 months ago, and they hadn't called me back. Connie Perry's working on that too for me. So, but we want to go down that way. The biggest cost that we had redoing this was that spool wire.
Yeah.
$473.
Yeah, the wire's expensive.
Yeah, and I don't see it going down any in the future.
No.
So,
Well, like I said, let us know.
but that's our
Figure
plan.
something
We're
out.
going on down. So
Okay.
we'll discuss finance.
Yeah, we'll get it together next year.
From
and figure
the
it out.
finance committee or something.
Yeah, we'll figure out what to do.
All right.
So,
So you guys know what night it is. It's Tuesday. It's Oklahoma night. I'm out of here.
all right. Thank you, Hunter. Appreciate it.
Hey, sir,
Thank you.
real quick question, those businesses and those individuals you listed at the beginning,
Uh-huh.
those are people who contributed to the lighting or? what were
They
those?
contribute to the Christmas project.
Okay. Got it.
Christmas project. It's
Includes the lights.
includes anything we do.
Gotcha.
They may fund us big time or do something special for us. They get the award.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
And call me sir.
Oh.
I was in the service
Hunter.
20 years. Yes.
The castle, okay, are they doing a weekend that you get to go in the castle for a certain
We
amount?
did-
Or
we
is that
did.
already over?
The Berkeley Castle Foundation came to us
Yeah,
and said, we are offering you the castle for tours for 3 nights.
okay,
So it starts tonight and it's 14 people per hour for 3 hours. And we have the country inns letting us use their parking lot and we're running the shuttle van back and forth.
okay.
Because parking up there is,
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
there isn't any.
So next couple nights, we can still all get in on it.
Yeah, you have to reserve.
You had to reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, tickets sold out just like that.
Okay, oh, they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we raffled a set off.
I'm with you. I was going, oh, geez.
Let me
Okay.
see what I can do for council.
Okay,
All right.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Okay, all right. Next on our agenda is the Mountain State Cruisers. We've been dealing with this for the last couple of weeks. Do we have any information on that? Have we made any contact?
Danielle.
Yeah, so they only, I don't have that paper in front of me. They only want Fairfax shut down for Father's Day. Other than that, everything's still the same.
They don't want 522 like stated in these letters.
Now, there's a whole big thing behind it. Anyway, Father's Day is the only day that the streets need actually shut down.
June 3rd, is that?
June 18th.
Yeah, it's Father's Day, 18th. But they shut Fairfax
Oh,
down.
For Father's
Oh,
Day.
there, it's the 18th.
No,
okay.
The
with
others
all the
too.
others.
So you're
Okay.
saying just for June 18th and these other
That's
dates?
the only time that they're just shut park. Okay, the rest of it's gonna be in the park itself.
Because our question was that initially it was gonna be that Saturday, or there was some, or is it gonna be that Saturday, not this Sunday?
They're doing
Right.
Saturday instead of Sunday.
Saturday instead of
Yeah.
Sunday, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay with the police. Okay, all right.
That
So
was
it's
it.
just for the 18th.
Do you
they're gonna
have a
do that.
copy?
I don't have it with me, I have something else.
Yeah, so that was just for the 18th. I think that's all. Everything else is gonna stay the same. They would like to have permission. They say they want permission to block off Fairfax Street between 522 and Wilkes.
Yeah, it's just for Father's Day.
That's
It's
just for the
Father's
18th.
Day. Okay,
And the other days are just in the park.
okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
I move that we approve the request from the Mountain State Cruisers to set up has just set out that they will only close Fairfax between US 522 and Wilk Street on Saturday, June 18th, 2002, and that, I guess that's the only part of it. Is there more to the request on that?
Yeah, other than that, they're gonna have
And the other dates at the cruise in and
Yeah.
at the park.
Right.
So I move that we approve that
Yes.
request.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a second. I have a motion, a second on the floor to approve the Mountain State Cruisers for the cruise in for the dates stated for the Fridays that they regularly use, and then addition, make sure I'm right on this, addition Saturday, June 18th, 2022, they'll be closing off portions of Fairfax Street to Wilk Street. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
We're approving everything in the letter.
Right.
They can use the park these days without touching the road.
Well, but the letter-
18.
The letter, Susan, the letter is saying that they would close Fairfax and Wilkes all of them.
Okay.
So we're just
Right.
saying that
Yeah.
just the 8th.
Right.
I got you. Okay.
So
Okay.
Danielle?
Yes.
In their letter here, it says they're requesting to close that road off on all these dates. Now we're just talking about the
Just Father's
18th
Day. You're not
and
gonna,
the other days.
Later why.
Okay,
She
we're
said that.
okay.
She said that.
All right, then they're just gonna close off on the 18th. So, got the motion and a second on the floor. Any additional, comments?
No.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. The cruisers,
Should they resubmit another letter that takes this out?
nah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Let's get it in the
Yeah.
clear.
Okay. All right, communications from mayor. We take care of the Mountain State Cruisers. They had the 4th annual Cocoa Crawl on Friday, and I'll tell you what, oh my lord. Oh my lord's all I got to say. Man, I'm telling you what, we had a lot of people in town, and that brought a lot of people in town. It was good. I went through town 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, I'm not getting out, you know. So it looks like that thing's a success, and hopefully they'll keep continuing on doing that. And then, of course, then we had the 5th annual Christmas parade on Saturday, which again, oh my gosh, all the people on the street. So thank you, Danielle. Thank the town crew. They came out, closed streets off, blocked streets off, to the reserves and anybody else that helped block off streets, and to all our police officers that helped control traffic and also participated in it. Thank them. We thank them. We wouldn't have been able to do it without their assistance also. So, our guys that worked the street crew, they were in here and stayed in the whole time until the parade was over with, and opened up streets accordingly. We've got a great group of guys down. It's one lady, the girl that works with them, and it honestly, I'm tickled that everything went off good. Had a lot of good comments. They said our parade was very, very, very well accepted, and they hope in the future
Nice
years.
weather.
Yes, they hope in the future years that we will definitely keep it going. So,
Beautiful weather.
other than that,
I have one thing for the good of the order. Just acknowledge Michael. He is a scout from Troop 81 who's visiting us tonight. And he is working on his citizenship in the community merit badge. And so he's here to observe a public meeting and the kind of stuff we talk about. So,
welcome.
Good to have you.
Welcome, and thank you for getting into the scouting program and being willing to come here and listen to me ramble on.
Hold it down a minute.
So we'll try to keep it a little short so we all can get out of here and go home.
Before the
What's
snow
your last name?
It's Harbaugh, HARBAUGH.
What's the troop number?
His troop is 81.
81. All right, just make sure I get that in.
Well, like I said, thank you.
We'll get you a copy of the minutes so you can show me proof that you showed up. Okay.
Okay, all right, moving on. Bath Development, they had their meeting on 15th, I guess, is this
We
month.
didn't- We didn't have a quorum.
Okay.
Wait a minute, oh, there's, no?
No, you had one the other day on the
We had one on
5th,
the
didn't you?
first, the first.
First,
because-
okay.
Yeah, we ended up not quite having a quorum.
Okay.
Was
So
a Zoom,
we just,
was a Zoom link sent out?
yeah, I think she did that day,
Okay.
yeah.
For some reason, I didn't find one.
Yeah,
Really?
I didn't get
Okay.
one either, so I don't know if she did or not. I talked to her earlier in the morning and she said that she was
We
going
didn't quite make a quorum, so we just discussed things.
to. Okay, all right, well, we'll work with it. Parks and Recs, the information in here, they're not coming. They just, she responded back, which she always does, to Sharon, but they weren't gonna be here. It's in your packet if you want to read, so. And our next meeting is gonna be the 15th at 7 PM at the courthouse. So, Planning Commission, and I will let Susan, since she's kind of got this organized again.
A little bit, but I put together an agenda and we did, we did meet on, let's see, it was last Thursday, wasn't it? It
Yeah,
was
last Thursday, yes.
the
Second.
Second, yes, December the 2nd, Larry Landon, the mayor and I met. What we talked about was organizational things, strictly broad, broad picture things, as far as state laws, local laws, and like this, what we needed to do. We decided to wait for any kind of election of officers until we have a full board, so we can see what kind of talent does come to us and who may fit best into each office, and like that. We talked about the comprehensive plan and things that, are interested in the community right now that are larger, community, would have impacts, such as Lotus, homeless shelter, things like this, things that we believe will have some impact and that we are going to watch. One of the things that we wanted to bring to council now, or actually the thing that we wanted to bring to council now, was the terms of service, because the law dictates that if you are a member of council and you are appointed, your term of service is equal to and the same as your elected term. So the mayor and I, our terms will end as our elected terms end. If we are reelected or whatever, we would be appointed again if necessary or if we wanted to. Larry Landon did agree to a 3-year term, and we would like to recommend that council does vote to give Larry Landon a 3-year term on the County Bath Planning Commission, if you be so kind as to do that. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor to recommend Larry Landon to a 3-year term on the planning commission. Any discussion? Okay,
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
call the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Larry is also working on finding other interested people.
Yeah.
And with lots of people in, so hopefully we'll have some other.
It's going to be a good resource, I think.
I
So,
believe so too. And we do have another meeting set up now. This may not be our regular meeting, but it's kind of turning out that way. But January the 6th at 4 PM here, the planning commission will meet again. And by that time, we may be able to have 4 members appointed and move
Right.
forward a little bit.
right. And we'll be bringing that forward for appointment if we do it after the next meeting. It'll probably be the second meeting in the new year. So, with that.
Did I miss anything?
Nope, I think you got everything.
Okay.
Right on it.
All right.
I want to just kind of scoot back up here to communications of mayor. I forgot to mention Joyce Wall, the beautiful wreaths that are outside on the windows and everything.
Yeah.
Joyce Wall is the one that made those up. They're really cool, and I think it really sets the building off. I think it looks really nice. Maybe next year if we get wreaths, we can figure out how to maybe put a few lights up there to light them up at nighttime or something.
They're really thoughtful.
Yeah.
The way they set out the different town departments and
Yeah.
Really great.
So if
Maybe
you
you
have,
could be Santa Claus.
yes, no,
Could you do Santa Claus?
absolutely not. No way, no how.
Chris has a beard, he can be it too.
So,
right, Al?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good job for you.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, all right, let's
You're out of
move on. Rails and trails, we have in our packet, they're not here this evening, so, basically, you can just read, where we're at with the rails and trails, parcel 3 and then parcel 1A and 1B. I think this is mainly everything that, Pete has been bringing up to us in the last month or so. Yes.
And just as an add-on, Mayor, David O'Connell led a group on Friday for the final mulching of the season. So maintenance continues, and he's working on his plan for next year for, again, the routine maintenance to keep that going. He's also one of the central volunteers for the planning commission as well.
Good
And it was comment, great showing from the town. He had an ad in the newspaper, and we were done like that. It was too easy. So again, just the note is great community support for this initiative. Very anecdotally, as a guy who's there, but every time we say rally around, we're getting great support for it.
Great, wonderful. Well, like I said, that's been mulching of the trees and everything down on the parcel where we opened up and where they planted the new trees and all, where it's going around by just off the lawn of the depot. So done a great job. If you go down and go by there, you can see what they've done. So I mean, it's coming along little by little. Hopefully next year we'll have.
Got a real shot in the arm there with the article that was in the paper last week with the county commissions and grant monies and like
Right.
that. So
Hopefully,
it might happen.
hopefully we'll see something down there that we can actually walk and ride on. So that'll be cool. All right, the streetscapes, and of course he's got right up here with the streetscapes. It looks like phase 4 completion. They're drafting the waiver for the 88 corner at Hunters and several areas where it cannot meet the slope requirements, and that's per Ray Patrick at DOH ADA. So they're trying to get that waiver done, and it looks like I know there was a letter sent out, went up to Gary Grayley and Mark Schooler about our 3 options for the completion of phase B drawings. Probably haven't got anything back. I just signed that about a week or so ago. So that went up to them. So that's basically the update on that. So anyway, moving on, Train Depot.
Okay. The work, the hazmat work will be done by Safeco Environmental Services either the week after Christmas or perhaps to be able to start it the week before Christmas. So he's anxious to get it done, so that's pretty soon. I talked to John Ballard of Safeco today, and he is anxious to get this work done. I'm also talking extensively with the Mills Group. Paula McLean is our contact there. She's been away a little bit on maternity leave and is back now. And so we had a lot of discussions on financing. She's going to call me tomorrow with some more information on financing. I may ask that they come and see us and sit down with us, and so we understand more how we can move forward in the billings and how the grants are working. Our friend John really took care of a great deal of this, and so we're learning, on our feet here, and so hopefully we'll get some direction from them, and we're going to keep moving forward. But the hazmat work is on schedule.
Good deal. All right, Landmarks Commission, they're basically kind of, in just a holding pattern right now. We're looking to try to get that fire back up here probably in the next, 6-8 months or so, hopefully. So, clerk and recorders reports. Madam Clerk, do you have anything?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Do you have anything, Madam Clerk? Recorder? Okay. Well, then we'll go on to finance then.
All right, so
I'd like to make a motion to pay the town of Bath bill in the amount of $52,783.37. And that one's similar because it has the Rockwell, what they paid me for Rockwell
Right.
Legion and Blackberry.
Then I'll talk about them when we get to public.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Yeah.
Okay, have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the town of Bath bills in the amount of $52,783.37. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to pay the Berkeley Springs water bill in the amount of $4,073.82.
Second. If you look on your agenda, it doesn't have the 82.
Yeah, it doesn't have the
But the
82.
82 is from the others.
I just put it on there. So.
The 82.
All right, I have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the Berkeley Springs water work bills in the amount of $4,073.82. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
All right, I'd like to make the motion to pay the tree board bill in the amount of $400.
Second.
Have a motion and a second on the board here to pay the Berkeley Springs tree board for $400. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay. All right, tree board.
We have a meeting tomorrow. I'll do tree board and cemetery together. We have arrangements with Tree Works to remove the trees that need to be removed from the Old English Cemetery on Friday. We have the Dean has made arrangements to have the cars moved before Friday, and so that's been taken care of. And we have the whole harmless agreement, so we are set to have that project finished hopefully on Friday. Rodney has agreed to kind of keep an eye on it as the town's representative for Public Works, and so it would be nice to see this project come to a conclusion.
Yes, amen. Amen. Okay. All right. Thank you. Grant.
I have nothing.
Okay. All right, public safety.
I just want to letting know that Morgan County Partnership got a grant to pay for 4 cameras and 4 lights in North Berkeley Park. So they will be working on taking care of that and getting someone to install everything, and then the cameras are going to be connected to the computer and stuff so you can see what's going on down there.
Okay, so it'll be connected to our computer upstairs then? or their
It'll be
computer?
connected to the police.
Okay,
That's what I was told.
okay, okay.
And also, the Morgan County Partnership and the Life for Drugs Task Force meeting, they would like to thank Hunter Clark for all of his hard work for the Drug Take Back Day. They said he was a wonderful person to work with, and they appreciated him taking his time to be there all day because it was a rainy, ugly day out, and he was there all day. He was able to man it. And they want to thank the town of Bath and the police department for taking over the drop box. So where people can put their unused medicines and drugs in. So
Then where is that box?
upstairs in the police department, go up the steps and go through that door, and it's right there inside.
People
the
can go upstairs.
Yeah, if they can't go upstairs, Sharon or Danielle has taken them up before and put them in there. So,
Morgan County Partnership, and it was at Life for Drugs, thanking Hunter.
yes, Life for Drugs and the Drug Misuse Task Force,
Okay.
or Substance Abuse Misuse Task Force is what they changed the name
Okay.
to. Substance Abuse Task Force.
Task Force. A lot of names.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, is that all? So that,
I think
There's a
so.
lot of
Okay.
thank yous.
all right, well, I just also want to give a shout out to Hunter, our police officer. He's been working fairly good in the times that he can be in, and I'm very proud of the
I guess that's not all
the
of it.
rapport that I'm getting back and the feedback I'm getting back, and I want to want to thank him. Hopefully, he'll be able to find out that we do appreciate everything that he's doing at this time. Coming back and being right out of the academy.
Well, let me tell you, at the parade, I was just standing on the street and I'm standing next to this lady and we start talking and it was Hunter's mother.
Oh,
I got to meet his mother and family and they're the most lovely people and I thought it was his sister, but it was his mother. Lovely lady. And she's so proud of him and everything. And I told her how we felt about him and how he conducted himself with a great deal of respect and efficiency with town laws and all that. We appreciate him.
Absolutely. All right.
Scott, I told Hunter this on Saturday myself, but everybody that I talked with, fellow police officers, state, county, parents that I knew, teenage kids that I knew, everyone said the same thing about him. Nice guy, knows what he's doing, doesn't stir things up more than they need to be. Everything was just, they couldn't say more.
I'm glad to have him. So.
I got the Berkeley Springs Police Department report from June until November. The chief did it on December 4th. We have criminal investigation reports of 7, arrests 2, DUIs 1, accidents 0, citations 135, warnings 33, transports 2, papers served 2, alarms checked 5, canine usage 0, and parking tickets 762. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Some stuff going on, and that's a good thing. Like I said, even with everything that's happened. So, all right. So that's that. Let's move on down
Does
to.
Danielle have anything? Danielle?
She's not there.
Yeah, she
Okay.
might be going upstairs. So, okay. Cemetery. Did you have anything else to add, Beth?
No.
Okay.
No, that's
Okay.
fine.
All right. Public Works.
Okay, just today we put up a sign at the intersection of Green and Church Street. I don't know if you know that yellow house that used to be in this totally been refurbished. There's now 6 apartments in there. With the increased traffic, they were parking right up to the corner, so we put a no parking here to corner so that garbage trucks and the snow plows can come from either direction and go up Church or come down Church to Green. And I talked with the woman that's in charge of that whole project, and she let her tenants know, and so we're all good with that.
Good.
Let me start here. We're all ready for the first snowfall, but I'll just leave that alone.
Hush.
Plenty of salt, all the equipment's ready to go. All of our paving that we plan to do for this year, Blackwood, Legion, and Rockwell are finished. I haven't gone up to see Rockwell, but I did go and see Blackwood, and they sloped it the way they were supposed to, so nobody,
Great job.
it's not running into anybody's
Right. They
property.
did a great job.
On Legion Street as well, they did a hell of a job.
Right.
But we're gonna put a sign up there too. No parking here to corner, because if you come up Legion Street, which I had to do a couple Sundays ago when the traffic was bad, you get to the top of that hill, there is no way you can see left with all the cars parked right up to that thing. So it's just like a crapshoot to kind of pray nothing's coming.
Right.
So we're gonna do the same thing there with the sign. Next up for
Can I
our,
ask real quick, what's the setback on that? How many feet from the edge of the intersection?
we're putting the signs, now we're just using what we need to make the clearance with
Right.
our vehicles.
I think-
We're probably 10, 15 feet
I
from the
think
corner.
Rodney's got it measured off. At
Yeah, he did. He came up with the paint,
So,
put it all in. Next time for the paving things for the next season, we're gonna look at Kent Street, Ewing Street, and Pratt Street. And in looking back, we've addressed all of these citizen concerns as far as roads that were on our magic list for the past 5 or 6 years, so we've done well with that. Rodney's gonna go and talk to Trump's office there. Remember, there was some talk about the intersection of Warren Street and Mercer Street. When you get to the top of that hill, no one can see. So rather than go with a 4-way stop, we're gonna talk to Trump, see if they have any problems with us taking out that bush. You know, on the left, as you're sitting at the top of the hill, and then use the same things, no parking here to corner on each side, so that anybody in any four of those places will be able to see traffic coming from any of the other three directions without having a mandatory four-way stop. And if that doesn't work, then we'll go to the four-way stop. The crew is working out fine, and that's all I got.
They did put a little, asphalt on Kent, it looks like they had a little
Yeah, we had a little
extra,
extra.
so they did
Well, it still
smear
needs a
some,
whole
and needs a
lot.
whole lot more, but there's a little bit in the middle, so.
We-
But no,
we-
The job that they did on Legion Street, I mean, they did an
Phenomenal,
incredible job.
phenomenal. You
And
know.
driving up there was like,
It's like something you see in the movies.
Yeah, and again, I will throw out,
It's not real.
anecdotally, it's getting used.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
get,
Just by it being
Oh,
open,
absolutely.
folks are using it all day long, so.
here's a road for you to try, Larry. Just take a right before you get to the post office coming into town, go up that hill.
Mhm. So,
All right, we're good.
okay, all right. Well,
Okay.
we did have an ordinance meeting this evening and we discussed, we're gonna put in format, the two things that we were working on previously with everything that's happened here in my life in the last month or two. Haven't had time to get it, so we've got that. We also are having a meeting tomorrow night, 5:30
Here.
here, and we're going to be speaking with the what's it called, interfaith or whatever it is,
Homeless
homeless
coalition.
coalition about what's going to be happening down there. So ordinance committee is going to be listening there, and we are also working on some suggestions that might help that. Other than that, that's about all we got done right now. So our next meeting is going to be, today was our one meeting. Our next meeting will be in January. The next meeting in January, whatever that date is, and that's 2021. So anyway, we've got a few things that we're working on. We'll try to get things put back together. All right, Waterworks.
The water committee met yesterday afternoon. Two things to note. At the last meeting, I noted that we had received the bids for the Phase 4 Waterline replacement project, and that we had basically had an overage of $264,000. Thrasher has been working with the state and has managed to get agreement from IJBC, I think.
Yeah.
Is that who they
I
went
think
through?
that's where,
For to cover that $264,000. So we're going to be hopefully awarding that soon and moving forward. And, the mayor signed some paperwork on it, and so once that gets back to Thrasher, we'll hopefully be able to start moving on that. Of course, there will still be delays because of materials, problems with getting the materials, but at least we will have this big first step done towards getting the work taken care of. And it may be in the spring before the actual work is done.
What was the figure on the extra money?
The extra money was over, it was $264,000.
64.
Yeah.
Did you have a good winner?
I'm not for sure if Thrasher has notified them yet.
Yeah.
So we'll hold
No
off on
problem.
that.
we'll have that next meeting.
The other item is the Waterline extension project, extending the water line south down towards towards Tabor Road. We participated in interviews today with the two vendors that bid on the preliminary design, engineering design work, and met jointly with the Warm Springs PSD and listened to those presentations and interviews. And we will be having a special water committee meeting on Friday at 4:30 to discuss who we are going to select for that work.
Friday?
At 4:30.
Did you get your post that?
No, I haven't. It's the first time I've said it.
Yeah, okay.
If you could post that, Sharon.
Yep.
I appreciate it. And that's it. That's all I have.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, this is the point I come to. Larry, go ahead. Come on down.
I would just say for the record that we take a moment to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor and remember the sailors, Marines, soldiers, and airmen that were killed in that battle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I forgot to do several. All right. Anything else to come before this council this evening? If there's not, I would common consent to adjourn. Common consent. Everybody good? We're done.
I mean, really.
Pretty cool, huh?
Even